Are you still unsure on how to make the most of crafting in Nightingale and you want to know how to create the best melee weapon? Well, look no further, because I'm going to show you how to craft an amazing looking pickaxe with all of these insane stat bonuses. Okay, so first of all, there's a couple of ores that we are going to need, and we're going to need iron and we're going to need zinc. Now these are, I would say, probably like mid-tier game. You will need access to the provisioner realm, and you'll also need to craft yourself a swamp card, because unfortunately zinc and iron can only be found in the swamp realms. So now we've got them two sorted, let's head on to the swamp realm. Now I do recommend, if you have access to, is to craft the forge miner card, and then when you enter the swamp realm you want to head to the fairy tower, clear that out for some bonus tier 1 essence, and then what you want to do is apply the forge miner card. Now what this will do is increase your ore yield. Now although in the description it says that only works on the output from ore to ingots, I have found that even when I'm harvesting resources, it does give you a slight little boost in how many ores you actually get when you are harvesting them in the swamp area. Now once that's complete, what you want to do is you want to keep sort of on the land, but on the outskirts of the land around the sort of map, and you will find plenty of rocky areas, and what you want to do is you want to keep your eye out for the quartz. That's really easy and really noticeable, so you want to head to them sort of areas, and here you will find an abundance of zinc, and on the not so frequent occasions you will find iron. Now getting a whole load of zinc shouldn't be a problem at all, there is plenty of it. Iron on the other hand may take a bit more time, and you may need to, once you've been around the whole map, you might need to reload a realm, so you want to make sure you reset this realm and head back in there and carry on mining ore. Now for this build that I have made myself, I'm looking for 256 of the zinc and 256 of the iron. Now if you want to take a little bit more time and you want to harvest even more resources, then feel free to. This method still works the same. You can do it with more or with less ores, depends how long you want to take to harvest. Now for the zinc ores, what we're looking for is a fairly sort of blackish ore with a little bit of a copper tint. They are the more obvious ones. Now at first I was getting the zinc and the iron mixed up, as they do look quite similar, but the iron ore is more of a grey rock colour with your copper, and when you start mining it, it is purely a copper colour, or like a rusty iron colour is a better way to explain it. So you just want to make sure you harvest a whole load of them. So once we head back to base, we're going to be using is the blacksmith's hearth. Now if you're unsure on how to get this, you can buy this as a blueprint from an essence trader. You will need access to the swamp herbarium realm, and from there you just want to find the essence trader, and you want to use tier 2 essence to buy the blacksmith hearth. So once you've crafted that, you have access to a little bit more crafting options than you do just with the normal smelter. And what we're going to be doing is using our ingots. Once we've smelted the ore into ingots, we're going to be crafting the refined action. Now to craft the refined action, what we're going to need is to craft some actions and some metal gears. Now this is where things are going to be a little bit more complicated because of the future process of this. So basically what we're going to be doing is picking the two ingots that we want to merge together so we can double the stats that they provide. For example here I'm just going to be using the zinc. So what we're going to do is we're going to craft 4 actions, and then we're going to craft 4 mechanical gears, and then once we have crafted, we're going to use them to then craft our refined action. And then once we've waited a little bit more time and we have crafted the refined action, what we're going to do is click on the reclaimed ingot. We're going to turn that back into a zinc ingot, and as you can see from there, the reclaimed ingot has actually got double the percentage of the stats than what our original ingot has. Now as you can see, this is where things will get a bit complicated because we have to use a lot of ingots and we only kind of get one in return. So as you saw there, what we did is altogether we used 8 ingots to craft 2 refined actions, which then gave us 1 ingot. So what we want to do is do this twice, and it will give us 2 ingots. And then if you remember correctly, we need just 2 ingots to craft 1 action. So as you can see, this will take a little bit of time, but trust me, it is definitely worth doing. So you just want to repeat this process over and over again, and you also want to do the same with the iron. And then what you should be left with is you should have 8 zinc ingots, but with the higher stat rating, and also 8 iron ingots with the higher stat rating as well. Now from there, you just want to repeat this process one last time, and that will give you your final 2 ingots. Okay, so let's have a quick recap. So to do this successfully, you need 256 of the required ore. So ideally you want 256 ore of zinc and 256 ore of iron. The reason why you want that much is because as you smelt the ore, as you know, it requires 2 ores for 1 ingot. So there is a little bit of a loss, so you do need to do that. So I'm just going to get the last of these iron ore crafted, and I'm going to show you how to basically bulk this. So after you've done all your smelting, you should have 128 of each ore. Now I've already done a few, so I've had to recalculate slightly, but what you want to do is craft yourself 64 actions, and you want to do 64 mechanical gears as well. But as we've already done a few, I'm just going to craft myself 48 of each. So we're going to be using the zinc again. 48 ingots is 24 actions, so we're going to craft them. And then we're going to head over here and we're going to craft the 24 mechanical gears. So we can do 26, so 24 of them. Okay, so once they are all crafted, we're just going to grab these, and these should be finished as well. So what we're going to do is going to head over here and we are going to do the refined action. We're just going to autofill them, and we should be able to craft 24. Now when we go into the reclaim ingots, that should turn itself into 12 plus our 4, which gives us our 16, which means that we can repeat the process again and double it again. So at the moment what we have is we have a 20% melee damage, blocking efficiency and durability. Now I haven't quite got enough iron. I'm going to have to go and grab some more, but obviously ideally what you want to do is do completely with iron, but the reason why I like to mix 2 is because the iron gives you the strength and then the zinc gives you the blocking efficiency, which is the best of both worlds. So overall I need 128 iron ingots to be able to do this. So I'll just wait a little bit longer for this to finish. So I'm going to head off out, get some more iron, and I'm going to finish this whole process, and then I will show you what I can build with it. Now you do want to bear in mind, the longer you spend harvesting resources, the bigger you can make this number. And then what you want to do with them ingots is you want to head over to your refined upgrade bench and you want to craft yourself a pickaxe. Before you start crafting, we're going to be going to the desert astrolabe, and we're going to go to the essence trader to acquire the combatant's workshop card, which gives a bonus to melee damage on crafted tools. Ideally you want to play this card after you have successfully smelted all of your ore and crafted the rest of the items for your ingots. Now what you can do as well is use level 2 forest wood. Now if you're unsure on how to find the higher tier wood and fiber, all you want to do is just explore the higher level realms and you should see a patch of different colored trees that kind of stand out from the rest, and they will be either tier 1 or tier 2 wood and fiber. So it's definitely worth grabbing them when you can. Just remember, try not to use them for your fuel, for your smelters and everything. It definitely won't be a good idea because they are quite a rare resource to get hold of. And there we go everyone, you have crafted an absolutely insane pickaxe that does some serious amounts of damage to enemies. So hopefully you've liked this video and you've found it helpful. If you have any questions about the process, feel free to drop them down in the comment and I will do my very best to answer you. It's been Kryptonite here, thank you all for watching and I will see you in the next video.